want to say a couple words of thank you, especially the appreciation for Secretary Hilda Solis. We have a tremendous Secretary of Labor for a change, and in my lifetime, probably the best one, and we want to thank her for her work, especially working on behalf of children who are still working in mines and factories and other places when they should be in schools. I want to also thank the ILRF for their work on behalf of child labor. We work extensively with them, but also in the areas of international workers' rights, child labor, rights for working women, which hasn't been mentioned tonight, and corporate accountability. These are all important functions. And, you know, we, the American Federation of Teachers, and by the way, it's a real pleasure to accept on behalf of the AFT. I've worked for them for a long time. It's a great union. If you don't know about it yet, you should look at it. It's a wonderful union. And I'm very proud of it for that reason. But the AFT and other American unions, we support human rights and trade union rights and the rights of women and children because it's in the interest of our members. That's primarily it. It is in the interest of our members. And also, it's the right thing to do. But we consider the ILRF as an ally. We have a lot of important allies, and you do a lot of important work to support what is our basic mission in life, is to protect our members, to help our members, and survive. And not just nationally, but also internationally. I was thinking about this, and I just want to make a rhetorical point about what's going on in the world today. I've, in my lifetime, never seen such a challenge against American labor and rights in the United States, where you have governors taking away our basic rights to organize, to negotiate a collective bargaining agreement, to limit what we as workers can do. These are basic human rights. These are part of democracy. And then you have what's going on in other parts of the world, especially I work a lot in the Middle East, and you have the revolutions in the Middle East, and you have the democracy movement in Iraq. And we have a dangerous situation in front of us. And I think it's not just by words, but it has a real meaning to it. And the danger is this, that first, if we as the United States, the biggest democracy in the world, can take away workers' rights, that gives carte blanche to every other, even well-meaning liberal leader in any other parts of the world to say, we don't have to have teachers' rights, we don't have to have public service rights, we don't have to have workers' rights, because you don't have it in the United States. And then you have situations such as Iraq, where we say, oh, Iraq, it's evolving into a sort of a democracy after our intervention there, and look at it. Well, look at it. There are no workers' rights. There's no labor law in Iraq. It doesn't exist. But we're still saying, well, it's evolving into a democracy. And now you have Egypt, you have Tunisia, and who knows what else in the Middle East. In Egypt today, the workers' movement is protesting the early signs that the Constitution is not going to include workers' rights. But we're going to call that an evolution to democracy. Tunisia is another place. They're developing a new constitution. We don't know yet exactly what's going to go into it in terms of workers' rights. But it might not have workers' rights in the Constitution. And we're still going to call it an evolution to democracy? The danger is this. Democracy always includes the idea that workers have rights. If we allow a new definition of democracy to emerge from this situation, what's going on in the United States, what's going on overseas, it's a big danger for us all. If democracy does not include the concept of workers' rights, we're all in trouble. So thank you for your help and your work on this. Appreciate it.